Penn Badgley recently made headlines when he revealed in a podcast that he asked the showrunners of the hit TV show, You, to limit his intimate scenes in the latest season of the TV show. In the TV show, Penn plays the main role of Joe Goldberg, who is a serial killer that develops an extreme obsession with any girl he falls in love with. Talking about his decision to quit doing intimate scenes, Penn said, "It got to a point where I thought, I don't want to do that. So I said to Sarah, like, my desire would be 0 intimate scenes, to go from 100 to 0.
I asked Sarah Gamble, creator of the show, can I just do no more intimacy scenes? And they came back with a phenomenal reduction, you know? One of the main things is like, do I want to put myself back on a career path where I'm just always a romantic lead? It's really
Talking about intimate scenes in general, Penn revealed that this aspect of Hollywood has always been very disturbing to him, and that aspect of the job, that mercurial boundary, has always been something that he actually doesn't want to play with at all. However, the main reason behind his decision to give up doing such scenes is his marriage. In the podcast, Penn admitted that fidelity in any relationship, especially in a marriage, is very important to him. Penn also added that actually, it was one of the reasons that he initially wanted to turn the role down. He didn't tell anybody that, but that is why.
It's really important to me to like fidelity in every relationship, and especially my marriage, is important to me.
Penn is married to the 39-year-old British-American singer and actress Domino Kirke. The duo started dating in 2014 and tied the knot in 2017. The couple has a child together that they welcomed in 2020. Penn's wife has actually played an important role in his career, as the actor has turned to her when having to make certain choices, especially if they may require him to perform love scenes. In fact, Domino played a significant role in his decision to accept the role of the lead in his Netflix drama You. After first wanting to decline it, Penn has been reported as saying that his wife encouraged him to take the role, adding, "I wasn't going to listen to anyone more than her." Despite Penn and Domino being together for almost 9 years, Domino has admitted that she is still getting used to the actor's fame. In 2022, she said, "I didn't watch Gossip Girl, so I didn't really know what all the fuss was about when I met him. So I'm still sort of getting used to this, and I think he is too. It's very unnatural to be known as well as he's known right now. It feels kind of strange when we're out and about to have the amount of people come up to us." Luckily, the Netflix drama show creator, Sarah Gamble, was very receptive and welcoming of Penn's request for having reduced intimate scenes for Penn's character in the remaining of the You seasons. Penn said, "I'm always very practical. I said I know it can't be none, because there's something coded into the DNA of the show, and I signed the contract, and so it is what it is. But as little as possible would be my preference." He continued saying, "She didn't even bat an eye. She was really glad that I was that honest, and she was sort of almost empowered. She had a really positive response, and they came back with a phenomenal reduction in love scenes." However, Penn's comment about his hesitancy to do love scenes got mixed responses from the fans. Some Twitter users claimed that he was supporting the Puritans' view about intimacy, and some others pointed out that Penn's statement doesn't make sense, since the new season of the Netflix show has the same amount of love scenes as the previous ones. On the other hand, many fans supported his decision by saying that it is Penn's right to be able to opt out of doing something that makes him uncomfortable. The Netflix drama You is yet to be renewed for a 5th season, and according to Penn himself, it might be the last one. Penn is hoping that the next season would tie up Joe Goldberg's disturbing story. One of the show's executive producer, Sarah Schechter, has been quoted as saying, "We've always had a 5-season plan for the show." Penn has previously starred in the hit TV show Gossip Girl on the CW. That ran from 2007 to 2012. It was the project that made Penn an instant celebrity. However, Penn recently revealed that he used to resist fame during his time in Gossip Girl, and recalls it as a time when he went through a spiritual crisis. Talking to Variety magazine recently, Penn revealed, "I was never anything that I would define as suicidal at all, but I was certainly in a despair. It had to do with, do I matter? Does anything matter?" Penn also credited his Gossip Girl co-star and ex-Blake Lively in a recent interview for helping him avoid giving into the darkness he felt in his late 20s. Penn confessed that he warded off any urge of substance abuse because of his relationship at the time with Blake Lively. He said, "Blake didn't drink, and I think our relationship in some ways saved me from forcing myself to go down that road." Talking about his struggle with fame, Penn explained, "Like anybody who experiences some degree of fame and wealth, I was presented with the universal truth that not only does it not make your life better or easier, it actually can greatly complicate things and make you quite unhappy." Along with his personal life, Penn has also been vocal about the toxic masculine side of his character Joe Goldberg. As the executive producer Sarah Sheeter puts it, "Everyone was like, I want Joe Goldberg to murder me," and Penn was like, "Ladies, no, do not be attracted to this man. He's just a very solid human being who recognizes the importance of playing this part and the chance to showcase and create discussion around toxic masculinity." What do you think of Penn Badgley's decision to limit intimate scenes on screen? And do you think the new season of You is in line with his demand? Comment below to let us know and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos about celebrities and entertainment.